The phone buzzed at midnight. Not hers, mine. A single message. No name, just a number. The words crawled across the screen like venom. Ask your brother why your fiancé keeps visiting him after midnight. I stared at it for a long time. My room felt smaller, the air thinner. She was asleep in the next room, breathing slow, steady, innocent. My brother lived 3 streets away. The words pressed against my skull like knives. I told myself it was nothing, a sick joke, a wrong number. People don't destroy lives with a single line of text. And yet, my chest wouldn't loosen. I walked to the window, stared at the dark street. Everything felt off balance. A wedding 2 months away, families excited, parents proud. I should have felt peace. Instead, I felt the weight of something ugly pressing its face against the glass of my life. And the worst part was, I already knew who sent that message. The next morning, she smiled at me in the kitchen. Soft robe, messy hair, a woman I thought I knew better than myself. She kissed me, poured coffee, and asked about seating charts. Her voice was warm, familiar, safe. But I saw it. The smallest flinch when I mentioned my brother's name. The way her eyes darted down for half a second before regaining composure. I told myself I imagined it. I wanted to believe her love was unshaken. I wanted to believe blood still meant something between brothers. But I couldn't. Later, while she showered, I checked her phone. Clean. Too clean. No late-night messages, no hidden threads. The kind of clean that screams of erasure. The silence between my ribs grew louder. I remembered the night she came home late, blaming work. The faint trace of cologne I never wore. My brother's laugh, too close, too casual at family dinners. Denial is a fragile thing. It cracks under the weight of details. And when she sat across from me that night, smiling about floral arrangements, I realized I was staring at a stranger rehearsing lines in my house. I didn't confront. Not yet. Confrontation is noise. Noise ruins clarity. Instead, I became quiet, methodical. I learned the art of stillness while she carried on, unaware. I installed a small tracker under her car, nothing invasive, just data. Where she went, how long she stayed. The pattern revealed itself in weeks. Nights she left for errands. Hours spent parked outside my brother's house. A frequency that stripped all doubt from me. I requested a paternity test through a private lab. She was pregnant, barely 2 months. A surprise she hadn't shared yet. My brother didn't know either, judging from the lack of change in his behavior. But I knew. My instincts screamed louder than any report. Every evening I sat with her as if nothing had changed. I brushed her hair back from her face. I cooked dinner. I kissed her. I even laughed. All the while, inside, I was sharpening the silence into a blade. Each time she said, "I love you," I bit back the truth. She was rehearsing those words too. I was building my case brick by brick. Evidence, timing, patience. Like watching a structure rise, except I wasn't building a house, I was building a trap. The envelope arrived on a Tuesday morning. Plain, clinical, heavy with the weight of finality. I opened it alone. One line burned through me. Probability of paternity, 0%. My world did not explode. It froze. That night, I placed the report on the dining table. No words, no accusations. Just the paper between us like a scalpel. She picked it up, read, and her face drained of color. Silence stretched. I watched her throat tighten, watched her eyes flicker with panic. She tried to speak, but no sound came. Finally, a broken whisper. "It's not what you think." But it was exactly what I thought. I didn't shout, I didn't rage. I just leaned back, calm, detached, as if I'd been waiting for this exact moment my entire life. I let her beg, let her cry. Her hands trembled as they reached for mine, but I didn't move. She admitted it in fragments. Late nights, loneliness, my brother's comfort turning into something else. I listened, stone-faced, while she unraveled. When she finished, I stood, walked to the door, and opened it. "Leave." She froze. "Take your things, now." Her tears meant nothing. Her apologies meant less. Later that night, I drove to my parents' house. My brother opened the door, smug until he saw my face. I didn't speak. I didn't explain. My fist broke against his jaw before he hit the ground. He stayed there, stunned, humiliated, blood pooling at the corner of his mouth. I stood over him and whispered, "You can keep her." Then I walked out. Calm, composed, unbroken. My parents called for weeks, pleaded, said family is family, forgiveness is holy. They told me she was young, that my brother was stupid, that mistakes happen. But betrayal isn't a mistake, it's a choice. I moved out of the city, cut contact, changed numbers, left their world to rot behind me. At night, when silence presses close, I don't think of her face. I don't think of his betrayal. I think of the moment I said, "Leave," and how freeing it felt. Pain sharpens, but clarity cleanses. I don't hate them anymore. Hate is still attachment. I feel nothing, and that is my victory.